I'm Kat, and welcome to the Crime Chat. I am your forensic femme fatale. Natalie is your true crime addict connoisseur.
Just two normal girls who obsess about dark crimes, evil minds, and occasionally the unknown. And that is our story, and we're sticking to it.
We are. Here's your disclaimer, chatters. The following Crime Chat contains adult content and probably violent scenarios today, I imagine. Your listener discretion is advised.
You have been warned that before we get into today's Crime Chat, Kat, you done? And where the fuck are you?
Well, our theme is Alaska today, so I'm back at the Northern Lights. I got the Northern Lights behind me.
It's ironic. Being over Alaska, you thought like Northern Lights, I thought creepy woods.
Or bears and fish.
Bears, scary. This is
whales.
What I think of. When I think of Alaska, I think this. Okay.
So a lot going on with the fam bam, but we won't get into that. But I will say, my husband and I are still watching The Walking Dead. We sprinkle that in between, but we also watched New Amsterdam on Netflix.
How was that? Okay.
Okay. We've talked about this where my husband's more like the romantic and like he likes it reminded me of ER, Grey's Anatomy, kind of thing. Okay. Soap opera-y.
Who's the heartthrob? Like, who's the guy?
Well, the main character. Like, the main doctor. He's the medical director of New Amsterdam Hospital in New York.
Okay.
So, it really is a good series. If you want to tug at my heartstrings, they do come out every now and then. So fine. So I will say it is pretty good. It turned out to be pretty good series, and I'll recommend it.
Okay.
I'll recommend it. Not normally my go-to, but I'll recommend it.
All right. Sometimes you got to step away from murder and blood, and you just got to go romance.
Well, there's a lot of blood because that's in the ER. Primarily takes place in the ER, so there's still a lot of that.
Okay.
That's what got me in. No, I'm just kidding. What about you?
So I watched two movies. The first one I watched was The Dead Don't Die. Came out in 2019. It starred Bill Murray and Adam Driver. Have you ever watched this one?
No.
It has like an all-star cast. Like there are so many great actors and actresses in the movie. It's dark comedy. So it's like something happened with the earthwork, came off its axis, and now there's zombies running around.
Yeah.
It's a dark comedy. Bill Murray does an awesome job. It is funny, but it's a little odd, but it's funny. So I do recommend it.
Okay.
So the other movie I watched was actually I watched it because of the story that I'm doing today. And that is the 1994 movie Surviving the Game with Ice-T and Gary Busey. Have you ever seen it?
No. Maybe if I saw like the movie poster, you know, how sometimes visually you're gonna be like, oh yeah.
It's a cheesy 90s movie.
Sure, yeah.
Like total cheese whiz. There's like cops wearing sunglasses at night. Yeah. but it's good. It's good.
Yeah, good. No, okay. So it kind of sets the scene for today-ish. Is it a movie related to your story or just kind of similar?
Very similar. I think they probably were also, they knew about the case that we're going to go over when they wrote the movie because it's pretty similar. Yeah.
Okay. So not a movie versus reality, but but since your story is covering the most northern state of the United States, which I can't wait to hear because I don't remember it. Like, I don't really know anything about it, but I do want to quickly cover Alaskan crimes kind of in general.
Okay.
Did you know last year in 2022, Alaska was named as the most dangerous state in America?
Did not know that. I don't know much about Alaska, I have to admit.
Well, I don't know much about it either. I learned a lot. So it has the highest violent crime and property crime rate out of all 50 states.
Really? That's interesting.
And this goes back for like many years. I'll go back and kind of talk about some of the previous statistics and stuff. But in the Daily Mail article I found from 2020, it said Alaska had one of the longest high crime rates in U.S. history. And this could be due to a couple things the criminologists in the article were kind of referencing. One, men outnumbered women. Two, excessive alcohol consumption. I mean,
Uh-huh.
In the wintertime, you've got 3 hours or sometimes no daylight at all. Like in the
that blackberry brandy out,
yeah,
girl.
you got to stay warm somehow, right?
Yeah.
And then also because the land is so vast that the coverage of police is very thin, kind of throughout the whole territory.
Our crime chat today will take us to Anchorage, Alaska.
Okay. Number 3, formerly number
3.
1.
Okay. We're going to take a deep icy dive into the case of the Butcher Baker, aka the Alaskan human hunter. Giving me some Dexter vibes.
Yeah, so I kind of think I feel like I think. I feel like I feel like I remember Butcher Baker.
Yes. No, he definitely, once I started reading up on it, I'm like, oh, I've heard of him before, but there's a reason why we don't, and it's at the end of the story. But there is a very valid reason why we did not hear of him as well as other serial killers.
Okay.
So
he's not in my coloring book.
He's not in your coloring book. But you can draw him and then color him in.
I'll add him in the back on the page.
Just do a stick figure.
I was just saying it's going to be a stick figure with, a stick hand like this with blood dripping down.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so on September 12th, 1982, John Daly Holloway and 2 off-duty Anchorage police officers spent the afternoon hunting along Nick River. 2 men noticed something sticking up out of the sand, and it turned out to be a partially decomposed bone. They immediately reported it, marked it off as a potential crime scene, and to further not contaminate the scene. They were ahead of their time. Yeah. So a preliminary autopsy revealed that the victim was female and had been dead for approximately 6 months. The cause of death was 3 gunshot wounds with a .223 caliber bullet. Ace bandages were found with the remains, causing the investigators to suspect that the victim was either blindfolded at the time of death or maybe something around her face.
It wasn't stuffed in the mouth or anything like that.
It could have been. They don't know where it came from, but it was with the remains.
Okay.
It took them over 2 weeks to finally identify the body, and it was 24-year-old Cheryl Moreau, a dancer from Wild Cherry Bar in downtown Anchorage.
That kind of dancer?
That kind of dancer. Okay. Yeah.
The
one that I think I am in the bedroom, but no.
I'm not judging. I'm just trying to clarify. Just for clarification purposes. Have you ever seen?
She was a stripper. Yes. Have you ever seen that movie? What is it? True Lies.
Oh yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's her name?
Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes, and her dancing in the bedroom
and falling. That's me. Okay. On June 13th, 1983, everything seemed to turn around. Earlier that evening, a trucker was passing through downtown. Well, down the town. Well, down. I don't know if they have it downtown, but he was passing through town. Okay.
He's just passing through.
When he noticed a frantic young girl waving her arms and calling him out. The girl had a pair of handcuffs dangling from one of her wrists, and her clothes were disheveled and ripped. Yeah, and she waited outside this poor girl while the pimp was coming. So the truck driver drove straight to the Anchorage Police Department to report the incident.
Don't forget to follow us on all of our socials, Crime Chat with Nat and Kat on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok to see what we have coming up.
Yes, remember, Crime Chat with Nat and Kat. Subscribe to our Patreon for bonus episodes, behind the scenes, bloopers, and also check out some merch in the works.
And be sure to check out our next episode with another Robert Hansen.
I can't wait.
But the spy kind. The spy kind.
You don't want to miss it.
We'll see you on the next Crime Chat. Chatter.